Imagine checking your bank balance and finding out a scammer bought 14,000 pounds worth of AI computer time on your card while you slept. Welcome to AI Updates, your daily briefing on the AI news that actually matters. Here is what changed today. First, a UK businessman lost 14,000 pounds after scammers bought AI credits with his card. Second, simple settings on major AI tools can keep your personal chats private. Third, European regulators now have strong legal powers to inspect AI models. And finally, OpenAI publicly rejected Apple's lawsuit, accusing former employees of stealing trade secrets. I am Maya, joined as always by Ben and Priya. Maya, that credit card story is a massive warning sign for any small business paying for digital tools online.
And on the privacy side, most people have no idea if their everyday chats are being saved to train these systems by default.
We will break all of that down. Priya, let's start with that fraud story. 14,000 pounds. How did this happen? And who is at risk?
It is a nightmare scenario for a small business owner. According to reporting by Guardian AI, a Sussex businessman named Zoli Rutter had over 14,000 pounds taken from his bank account in a matter of days. 14,000 pounds? Ben, break this down for us. How do scammers even spend that kind of money on an AI app?
To picture this, think of AI credits like prepaid mobile top-ups. You pay up front for credits, which are just prepaid balances you spend down as you use an AI chatbot, an AI program you text with, so you do not get a surprise bill. Scammers stole his debit card details to buy thousands of pounds of these credits for the Claude chatbot.
So they essentially used his card to buy a mountain of prepaid digital gift cards? Priya, how did this slip past his bank?
That is the alarming part. According to Guardian AI, a coordinated criminal gang got his details and ran up dozens of charges for Claude credits, ranging from 90 to 244 pounds each.
But surely the bank flagged something suspicious.
They did. Metro Bank sent Rutter a text alert about an initial charge of £90 and 90 cents. He replied no right away to tell them it was unauthorized. But subsequent fraudulent transactions kept going through anyway until £14,244 was gone.
That is a serious failure by the bank. Anthropic, the company behind Claude, stated that a gang used compromised card details, and they confirmed Rutter has now been fully refunded.
Ben, do we know how the scammers actually got his card information in the first place?
No, it remains unconfirmed how the fraudsters originally obtained the debit card details linked to the user's AI account. That part is still unknown.
So, Priya, who genuinely needs to care about this story, and who can ignore it?
If you only use free versions of AI tools and have never typed in a card, you do not need to worry. You are genuinely not affected. But anyone who pays for AI subscriptions or links their debit card to online AI platforms should be paying attention.
Criminal gangs are actively targeting AI credit systems because buying digital credits is a fast way to churn through stolen cards. And as this case shows, you cannot count on bank text alerts alone to protect you.
What is the practical takeaway here? What should a listener actually do today?
Check your bank statements regularly for small AI billing charges, especially recurring amounts under £200.
And if you see any unfamiliar transactions, report them to your bank immediately over the phone and freeze the card straight away.
Thanks both. Now on to something millions of us do every week, typing personal questions into AI chatbots.
Think of sharing an AI chat online like leaving a note on a community bulletin board. You meant to show it to one friend, but anyone walking by can read it.
And according to reporting from ZDNet AI, those notes were showing up on search engines. What actually happened, Ben?
ZDNet AI reported that public web search engines were indexing shared conversations from Claude, the chatbot made by Anthropic. If a user generated a public share link, search engines could scan it and show it in search results.
Anthropic disabled public search indexing for those links after the reports came out. But it is unclear how many shared user conversations were indexed by search engines before Anthropic disabled that indexing. Hold on, for anyone listening who just uses chatbots casually, what does indexing actually mean here?
Indexing, when a search engine scans a web page, saves it, and makes it searchable for anyone on the internet.
Exactly. And this isn't just about sharing links. By default, many major tools use what you type to train their future systems.
But as ZDNet AI points out, you can stop this. In ChatGPT, you can go to Settings, tap Data Controls, and toggle off Improve the Model for Everyone.
ChatGPT also features a temporary chat mode. That prevents your queries from saving to your conversation history or your account memory at all.
So why does this matter so much for an average listener?
What you type into a chatbot is not protected by professional privacy laws, like your medical or legal records are. If you type sensitive personal stories or draft work emails in a regular chat, that data is not automatically private.
If you are just asking for a pancake recipe, you genuinely do not need to worry. But if you use these tools for personal thoughts, private advice, or work, default settings leave you exposed.
So what should we actually do about it right now?
Open your favorite chatbot app today, go into the settings, and turn off model training.
And whenever you are typing about personal topics, turn on a temporary chat so nothing stays in your history.
Moving across the Atlantic now, if you use AI tools at work or run a business, the legal ground just shifted in Europe.
Imagine health inspectors having the legal right to walk into a restaurant kitchen at any moment, check the ingredients, and shut the door if it's unsafe. That is essentially what European Union officials can now do with big AI companies.
So what actually happened today?
According to reporting from CNBC Technology, the European Commission now holds official powers to demand direct inspections of AI models, the core software programs that generate answers. Direct inspection?
Ben, in plain English, what does that look like?
It means regulators can order companies to show how their tools work under the hood and test for safety flaws, instead of just trusting corporate promises.
Right, and CNBC Technology reports that if a provider fails compliance checks, regulators can restrict its market access across Europe. Companies violating enforcement rules face potential fines of up to 15 million euros, or 3% of global annual turnover.
3% of global turnover is huge. Priya, why does this matter for a small business owner or everyday user?
For small businesses operating in Europe, it brings stricter consumer safety rules. And because global creators like OpenAI and Anthropic build one main tool for everyone, changes made for Europe often pull global safety controls along with them.
Though to be clear on who isn't affected, if you run a local shop outside Europe, nothing changes today. And whether European regulators will actually block major AI services or impose maximum fines during early cases remains to be seen.
So, what should a listener actually do?
Expect major tech companies to update user agreements and safety controls as European enforcement begins. When you see new terms of service pop up in your apps over the coming months, take a second to read what changed. Finally today, a high-stakes legal feud over who gets to design the next big piece of tech hardware.
Imagine you leave a job, but your old boss forgets to take back your office keycard. That is basically the defense OpenAI is using right now in a massive dispute with Apple.
Walk us through what actually happened.
According to reporting from The Verge, AI filed a lawsuit against OpenAI. The lawsuit focuses on two key former employees, former iPhone engineer Chang Liu and former design chief Tang Tan.
Apple asked the court for a preliminary injunction, which is just a temporary court order to stop an action before a full trial, to block OpenAI and those former staff members from using alleged confidential files.
OpenAI publicly rejected the lawsuit. They even published internal message exchanges arguing those former employees only had file access because Apple failed to manage its own system permissions when people left the company.
Okay, but bring this down to earth for us. Why does a fight over administrative file settings matter to a regular listener? It shows how fiercely tech giants are fighting over engineering talent as they race to design physical AI devices like wearable gadgets or home tech.
Exactly. Now, we have to name an important uncertainty here. Whether any confidential Apple design files were actually transferred or used in OpenAI hardware development remains unverified in court.
That is a crucial point. But if Apple wins that court injunction, it could directly delay OpenAI's plans to release future gadget hardware. It will not change the phone in your pocket today, but it could stall the next generation of consumer devices.
So what should a listener actually do with this news?
Just watch for potential delays in upcoming AI consumer hardware announcements as corporate legal battles heat up. Don't expect new gadget releases on schedule while this plays out in court.
Pulling. For a quick action today, take 5 minutes to open your AI app settings and turn off data sharing. It keeps your personal chats private and costs nothing.
Perfect. Priya, what are you watching next?
I am watching credit card companies to see if they flag sudden AI charges after that UK business lost £14,000.
And I am watching European regulators to see when they use those new model inspection powers. Today's takeaway: as AI regulations tighten and scams grow, basic privacy settings are your best line of defense. What are you watching today? Drop it in the comment section below and follow us for tomorrow's briefing. I'm Maya. This is AI Updates.